So I'm going to go through each AFL club and give you the breakout player for that team. Starting off with Adelaide, we have got Darcy Fogarty. I'm currently watching the Adelaide-Richmond game. He's playing pretty shite, but I think it's his time to take over Tex Walker, as that was not quite a big forward, but his big body. Brisbane, we're going with defender Jack Payne. I saw a bit of him when he started his debut year. He's a very promising defender. Then for Carlton, we're going with Adam Chera. Kane Corns, eat your heart out. He can punish you with the ball, and he has done it at the start of this year. For Collingwood, we're going with Bobby Hill. He's explosive. I think he was just shit for the Giants because the team was shit. But for Collingwood, he looks like a different player. For Essendon, we're going with Tex Wanganeen. Look, it's a bit of a shot in the dark, but he's starting for them, and he looks like a pretty promising player for the Dons. Then at Fremantle, we're going with Jai Amiss. Tall, very fast. I think it's his time to have a breakout year. He hasn't quite exploded yet, despite being a top 10 draft pick. But for Fremantle, assuming they're going to do well, he'll blow out. For Geelong, it's their new trade recruit, Jack Bowes. Hasn't started that well, but neither have the Cats, so you can't really argue. I think he's a brilliant player, and I think he'll have a great season. And then we're going to go with Connor Buderick for the Gold Coast Suns. He had a good season in his debut year, coming back from the ACL. I think he's really going to explode onto the scene if he gets his body right and he starts to play. Now, for the Giants, I'm going with Tom Green. You're probably thinking he's already exploded. I think he's going to explode even more. I think Tom Green should be a Brownlow shout. Now that the Giants have lost Tim Taranto and Jacob Hupper, Tom Green is now their main midfielder. Kelly, maybe, but for me, Tom Green, he's different. Now, for the Hawks, we're going Finn McGuinness, I believe his name is. Good player, very good tank. I think he'll have a good season. The Hawks are going to play a lot of young players as well. Then for Melbourne, Cozzy Pickett. I don't really have to say much else about Cozzy Pickett. He's a brilliant player. Luke Davies-Uniacke for the Roos. He's going to break out even more than what he already has. Jason Horne-Francis for Port Adelaide, you can't argue against that. He's started the season really well and is going to keep going. And then Maurice Rioli Jr. for the Tigers, very underrated in the competition. Richmond rated him very highly. He's a brilliant small forward. We're going Wanganeen Milera from the Saints. I think he's a star boy. And then from Sydney, we're going Logan McDonald. Time to take over Buddy as that big, tall forward. From the Eagles, we're going for Sam Petreski-Seaton. It's time for him to break out. And then Jamara Ugle-Hagan from the Dogs. Can't argue.